Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name, of course, is Sisa or Chris, and today we're talking about Guild Wars 2. And specifically, we're talking about the new expansion, Path of Fire, that's coming to Guild Wars 2, and sort of how you go about buying the game and how much it costs, and those kind of, very touchy things that were also announced with the expansion announcement trailer. Now, everyone's extremely hyped about the new expansion. It sounds perfect, it sounds really exciting, but one kind of bomb they dropped that some people didn't like is the fact that you have to buy Heart of Thorns separately. It's not included in the price of the new expansion. Now, if you go to the new expansion page here, you'll notice that the expansion itself is selling for $30, which is a lot cheaper than Heart of Thorns sold for, which is a really nice thing, and a lot of people are excited about that, considering this expansion is supposed to be even more content than the last expansion, because they've already laid that groundwork through, adding raids and all these different features. This one's focused on the content, which is exciting. And you can also get the different editions. You can get Deluxe or Ultimate, and even the Ultimate one doesn't include Heart of Thorns, which, would have been a really nice selling feature to add it to that. But hey, I'm not, in charge of this stuff, and I don't know how, that would actually affect their financials or whatever. So I can't say, but it would have been a cool thing to do. But anyways, if you go ahead and choose the $30 standard one and go to checkout, and then it once again shows you the two options to upgrade if you so want. You can go no thank you. And then finally, you can add Heart of Thorns for $20. Now, regular selling price of Heart of Thorns is $30 right now, I believe. If you were just to buy it from Guild Wars 2, we'll check that out in a second, but I'm pretty sure it's $30. So you do get a $10 off by bundling the two of them, which is pretty good. You might even be able to find Heart of Thorns for cheaper from a retailer somewhere. So I would do a little searching before you do, but it is nice that they offer that. The one thing it is it's not super clear. For instance, if you were a new person to the entire game and you heard that you could buy a bundle of them, I would go to the website and I would be looking for a button that says buy the bundle of expansions, but it just isn't there. So this is how you do it. You kind of go down into the area where they add a bunch of add-ons that you can do for the purchase, and that is where it is. You can also get Living World Season 2, the complete pack right here. It is offered in game right now for a discount, so I don't know if this is actually more expensive than that. You'd think that they would try and make the prices the same in both places, but I don't know. So I'd maybe check in game before you go ahead and load up on this too. But that's pretty cool. Ultimately, I think it's pretty good price. A lot of games do sort of just discount the old expansion and include it in. The one thing that's really different about this situation, I guess, that a lot of people kind of focus on is the fact that you can buy the most recent expansion, Path of Fire, without ever having bought Heart of Thorns. So you could just skip an expansion, which is hard to think about in some games, especially with, I'm going to say it, World of Warcraft, where you kind of need the other expansions in some regards, because those are leveling zones. I don't know how you're going to level between, 70 and 80 without Wrath of the Lich King, right? You kind of need each expansion because they build vertically on top of each other. Now, with Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire, they're kind of horizontal. So let's actually go back to oh shit. Let's go back right here. So this is perfect. They're beside each other. They're horizontal. So this side is Heart of Thorns, and it's got gliding and all of the elite specs from that game, that expansion rather. And this side is Path of Fire with ground mounts and its elite specs. Now they have their entire content that's over there, but they do have a small impact on the rest of the game because it includes riding your mount in the rest of the game and using your elite specs in the rest of the game, but it's not essential. So that's kind of the thing here, is that you don't necessarily need Heart of Thorns to play Path of Fire. Now, it might be advantageous, as you might want to use, I don't know, one of the old elite specs like Chronomancer in the new raids that are released with Path of Fire, or you might want to glide in the desert or something like that. Alternatively, you might want to use ground mounts or the new elite specs in old raids from Heart of Thorns. And a lot of the rules about what can be used where hasn't been officially ironed out, but I would assume that if you don't own Heart of Thorns content, you're still not going to be able to play any of the strictly Heart of Thorns content area. So that's kind of the situation we're in right now. I'd like to hear from you what you kind of think about this in the comments below. Do you guys think this is fair? Do you guys think this is like, I mean, it's not shady because most companies that have expansions kind of do this. The only real different thing is that you can kind of skip an expansion, and that is kind of interesting in this situation. And actually, I'll just check. So let's go to buy now. Yeah, so the standard Heart of Thorns is $30. So you do get the $10 discount if you bundle the two of them. Like I say, retailers often have this on sale, especially now that it's, an old expansion. So I think you do better than $30 anyways. And if you look hard enough, you might do better than the $20 they have it listed at. So just, as always, do your research. But the $30 for the new expansion, that's a nice price. So that's the video I wanted to share, guys. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully I didn't make a ton of mistakes and you're all laughing at me right now. And if that's the case, I am always sorry about it. Just always sorry. Just, pretend I'm sorry already, just in case. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.